Welcome back to my channel here in Ireland. Now today I'm going to show you how to make a simple, cheap, tasty and high protein vegan spaghetti bolognese. Now before we go any further, click subscribe, hit the notification bell and let's do this. So the tomato passata that I'm using is this one. It comes in a glass bottle. You can also find it in cartons like this, and if you can't find tomato passata you can use chopped tomatoes like this. It's all going to be tasty. First of all, we're going to do our garlic. Now, as you know, garlic comes in this kind of papery skin. The easiest way to remove this, put it on your chopping board with the palm of your hand, a little bit of pressure, and it kind of comes off a little bit easier anyway. There we go, kind of in one go. Now, once I've got that done, I'm going to take my grater. Now if you don't have a grater, that's absolutely fine. Just chop it finely with a sharp knife, and obviously always be careful when using a sharp knife. So the garlic is now sorted. It smells great. Next, I'm going to take a heavy based pot that has a lid for it, and I'm going to put it on the cooker, and it's on a medium to high heat. Then I'm going to take my olive oil and I'm going to put a large lug into that. Okay, now guys, you want that garlic to cook for like 10 or 15 seconds. Once you smell the perfume of the garlic, get your passata in. Just throw it all in there. Give it a little stir. Put the lid on. Now we're going to let that come to the boil. As it comes to the boil, we're going to sort out our veggies. Now as soon as your pot is bubbling, just turn down the heat a little bit and just make sure to give it a little stir every few minutes, yeah? Now, as you can see, I've got a few mushrooms here. Now you can put in more mushrooms if you want. You can put in a little bit of celery. I've got a sweet potato. Now this is a little bit big, so I'm only going to use about 3/4 of that, yeah? So I just want to chop them up roughly. It's really important to always wash your vegetables first. Now it's a rare occasion that I actually peel my vegetables. I just make sure to wash them, because the thing is, the skin on the vegetables has so much of the flavour. So I'm going to put these vegetables into the pot, I'm going to give it a stir and lid back on. Okay, so next I'm going to put all my herbs and spices in. So you've got all all your veggies and all the spices in the pot with your tomato passata and your garlic and the olive oil, and it's bubbling away. You want to bring that to the boil. You want it boiling for about 5 minutes. Keep stirring it and then turn down the heat to a simmer. Lid on. You want to cook it for 15 minutes, and every few minutes stir it. Okay guys, so it's been cooking for 15 minutes. I've already removed it from the heat and let it cool for a few minutes. The next step is to put in some fresh basil and to blend it up. Now I'm going to use a handheld blender that has a metal blending part. If you have a blender that is plastic, I'd highly recommend letting it cool down a little bit more because it can mess with your blender. And if you're going to blend it in one of those big blending jugs, let it cool all the way down. Now if you don't have a blender, that's absolutely fine. You can use one of these babies and just mash it up. Now it's obviously not going to be as smooth, but that's absolutely fine. Now, like I said guys, you're going to have to be really careful if you're going to blend it while it's warm, because it could splash out and it can burn you, and you do not want that to happen, trust me. So the way I do it is I put this down to the very bottom of the pot and I start with little small pulses and just work through it that way, okay? Okay, so the sauce has been blended. Next, I'm going to take my dry soya mince. Oops, I'm going to add that in. I'm going to put in a cup of water. I'm going to give it a little stir. I want to just mix that up, yeah. Make sure it's not sticking to the sides. Now I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to put it back on the heat for 15 minutes, medium heat. I'm going to stir it every few minutes. Now if it gets too thick, just put in a little bit more water and give it another stir. Okay, so the bolognese sauce is ready. You'll know it's ready when you taste it and the soy pieces are soft and tender. Now next, you're going to cook your pasta. Just follow the instructions on the packet. Now you need to know something about cooking pasta. You need to have a lot of boiling water, and the water needs to be boiling before you put the pasta in. Next, you need to use a large pinch of sea salt in that water. That's the Italian way, guys. Now the quickest and easiest way to get your water boiling, fill up your kettle and turn it on. Now as the bottom part softens guys, you can just push the rest down. You want it all to be in the water. You can use one of these if you want, but I prefer just to use my hands. Obviously be careful. Now, any Italian will tell you, you never break the spaghetti. So, something to keep in mind, yeah? And once you have it all in there, I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to boil it or cook it according to the instructions on the packet. Okay, the pasta is ready. So I'm going to serve it up. got some fresh basil chopped up, and I have a little bit of nutritional yeast I'm going to sprinkle on top. Okay guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you soon.